Good morning. All right, inequalities, day 2. Graph the following inequalities. So this is a review of what we did yesterday. So M, I'm looking right here at M is less than 4. So if M is less than 4, step number 1 says make a circle at 4. Step number 2, decide which direction to darken your arrow. So remember, we're going to darken the arrow the same direction that less than is pointing, so that's pointing to the left. I always think left equals less, or less equals left. So all of these numbers between 4 and the arrow are possible solutions. Number 3, decide if your circle would be open or closed. So remember, an open circle is for less than or greater than. So this is saying that any number less than 4 is a possible solution. And we're done. Number 2, what if it said 4 is less than M? So compare that to M is less than 4. Does that mean the same thing? Now, when we're solving inequalities, you always have to make sure your variable is on the left. So what I'm going to do before I start is I'm going to flip the M to the left and I'm going to flip the 4 to the right. If you flip your variable, you have to flip your sign. So 4 is less than M is the same thing as M is greater than 4. Let's see what M is greater than 4 would look like on a graph. So we're going to put a circle at 4. We're going to darken this one. Oh, this one's getting darkened to the right. Darken that one to the right. It's greater than, so that's going to stay an open circle. 6 is greater than or equal to x. Remember what I just said about your variable? When you're graphing an inequality, before you graph, you always have to make sure your variable is on the left. So I'm going to flip my x to the left and my 6 to the right. If I flip my variable to the left, I have to flip my sign. So this is greater than or equal to. I'm going to flip it to less than or equal to. I'm going to put my circle at 6. I'm going to darken my arrow the same direction that less than is pointing, to the left. I'm going to darken all of these values between 6 and the end of the arrow. Now this one is going to be a closed circle because 6 has to be included as a solution, because it is true that 6 is greater than or equal to 6. So 6 has to be included as a possible solution for x. Now, what if we have a decimal? X is greater than 1.5. So this one's going to have to be kind of a little circle so we can specify where 1.5 would be, right between 1 and 2. That arrow is going to point to the right. And that's going to stay an open circle. Y is less than negative 1/2. Y is less than negative 1/2. So negative 1/2 is going to be halfway between 0 and negative 1. That is going to stay an open circle, and we are going to darken that one going to the left. All right, new concept. Tell whether the given value is a solution of the inequality. So first I'm looking at y plus 5 is greater than 7 if y equals 3. So you're going to substitute for your variable. If y equals 3, is it true that 3 plus 5 is greater than 7? Now when you're doing your work, I'm going to be counting multiple points for these types of problems. Did you substitute for the variable y? Did you show your math? 8 is greater than 7. And your final answer for this one, your final answer is always going to be a yes or a no. Tell whether the given value is a solution, yes or no. So that would be yes because 8 is greater than 7. All right, next one is y plus 8 greater than 9? If y equals negative 3. So first you have to show me that you're substituting for y. Is negative 3 plus 8 greater than 9? Well, negative 3 plus 8 is 5. Is 5 greater than 9? No. So these problems are going to be 1, 2, 3 points each. Substitute, solve, and answer yes or no. Next one is 1/2 times b greater than 5 if b equals 12. Is 1/2 times 12 greater than 5? Half of 12 is 6. Is 6 greater than 5? Yes. 1 point to substitute, 1 point to solve, and 1 point for yes or no. Is n divided by 2.5 greater than or equal to -3 if n equals -5? Is -5 divided by 2.5 greater than or equal to -3? Well, -5 divided by 2.5 is -2. Is -2 greater than or equal to -3? Yes. Gonna come back up here. Is x minus 2 greater than -10 if x equals 2? Substitute for x. Is 2 minus 2 greater than, than -10? Well, 2 minus 2 is 0. Is 0 greater than -10? Yes. Is n divided by 6 greater than 5 when n equals 12? Substitute for n. Is 12 divided by 6 less than 5? Well, 12 divided by 6 is 2. Is 2 less than 5? Yes. Is 1/2 times b greater than 5 when b equals 12? I'm sorry, -1/2. I think I forgot the negative. Is -1/2 times 12 greater than 5? Well, half of 12 is 6, so -1/2 of 12 is -6. Is -6 greater than 5? No. Is 1 minus 2 times p less than or equal to 9 when p equals -5? Is 1 minus 2 times -5 less than or equal to -9? Order of operations says, Order of operations says multiply first. 2 times -5 is -10. Minus becomes a plus. 1 plus 10 is 11. Is 11 less than or equal to -9? No. All right, real world problems. So how would we write these? You can use your previous notes to help yourselves with those clue words I gave you at the bottom of day 1 notes. You are in at least 8 of the photos. So the number of photos that you are in would be greater than or equal to 8. You're in at least 8. You could be in 9, 10, 50 photos, but you're in at least 8. So you could be in just 8 or more than 8. P is greater than or equal to 8. The temperature is less than -4 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm going to use T for temperature. The temperature in that one clearly says is less than -4, so that one's pretty clear cut. More than 3 students from our class are in the dodgeball game. So the number of students in the dodgeball game, it says, is more than 3. So that's going to be students is greater than 3. So there have to be at least 4 students in the dodgeball game if it's more than 3. The balance in a yearbook fund is no more than -$5. So I'm going to use B for balance, is no more than. So it could be less than, or it could be equal to -5. You could have -$5 in there, or you could have less than that. A number n plus 5 is greater than or equal to -7 and 9/10. So this one clearly states you're going to use the sign greater than or equal to. So a number n plus 5 is greater than or equal to -7.9. Last one. A donut costs $1.25 at Dunkin' Donuts. My total bill was less than $35. Write an inequality that represents the number of donuts I bought. Use D for donuts. Okay. So something was less than, my bill was less than $35. And I know each donut cost $1.25. $1.25 times how many donuts would be less than $35. $1.25 times D is less than 35. All righty, those are all the notes for today. Hopefully I will see you in a couple of days.